Coming up next on The Gringo Show, the love life of Mexico's COVID response leader, Hugo Lopez-Gatell, which Christopher Columbus statue will fall next, and the latest update on the 2020 shit show election. All coming up next. So let's do this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Gringo Show. Thanks, as always, for being with us. We are only 19 days away from the U.S. presidential election. It's heating up, and we have full coverage for you tonight. But first, let's get to other news that we've been following for you so you don't have to. Our first story tonight focuses on epidemiologist, Deputy Secretary of Prevention and Health Promotion for the Mexican government, Hugo Lopez-Gatell. The 51-year-old Pisces, like me, sensitive and ravishing, has been in his role since the administration of Andrés Manuel López Obrador when he took over in 2018. He has a bachelor's degree from the UNAM and a master's from Johns Hopkins University. Now, if you're watching this from the U.S. and not familiar with Lopez-Gatell, his equivalent in the U.S. is 79-year-old Dr. Anthony Fauci, who has been the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases since 1984 and part of the Trump administration's White House coronavirus task force since January. The challenges of the two leading epidemiologists and main voices of the pandemic that has made the U.S. the #1 most infected country in the world and Mexico number 3 or 4 are very similar, but their reception and how the public has accepted them is very different. Let's start first with Dr. Fauci, who, to be fair, has worked under 6 presidential administrations, but works for a separate government agency. He has not gotten himself involved in presidential politics, declining to endorse a president or share his beliefs publicly since he started his job. At times in the past 6 months, he has shared many things publicly that the Trump administration did not agree with, and they had often pulled him off the air to ensure that his comments would not contradict what the president has said. The public feels this independence, and this is why, even though he is the leading epidemiologist in the world, in the worst country for COVID, he remains incredibly popular because most believe many of his recommendations have not been taken seriously by Trump nor some of the nation's governors. And this is most likely the reason why he has not been fired. The president has publicly been jealous of Fauci, asking why the doctor's approval ratings have been high when his were low.
For the most part, we've done pretty much what he and others, Dr. Birx and others who are terrific, recommended. And he's got this high approval rating. So why don't I have a high approval rating with respect?
I don't know, Mr. President. Well, Fauci got thrown into the middle of the political debate when the Trump campaign aired this commercial a few weeks ago.
President Trump tackled the virus head-on, as leaders should.
I can't imagine that anybody could be doing more.
Fauci did not give his consent to air that ad and was not joking, that he didn't know who to talk to on the campaign to stop the ad. And you know, I like Dr. Fauci. He's a New Yorker like me. He's got his thick New York accent. And if I were president, I would have some spaghetti with gravy, maybe a side of mozzarella and some gabagool with Fauci while I read his COVID report. And I literally went to Amazon Mexico and found these things available for sale with these Dr. Fauci fan club socks and the wash your fucking hands mug that you can get to my home here in Mexico City by Tuesday. God bless Amazon. But then I searched on Amazon for Hugo Lopez-Gatell and got this. No joke. This was amazing. I mean, I don't know if this mask looks like a scary combination of Michael and LaToya Jackson or Carmen Campuzano with really bad plastic surgery. So while Fauci is winning medals, Lopez-Gatell has been ostracized by the Mexican media and the people. And I'm not going to get into the details of how his mismanagement and how he's handled this situation, because I don't even know how I would do it. I mean, I think I would crack. And he has been criticized for giving rosy projections about peaks. And I shared in one of the previous shows. We grab a martini, sit on our couches, and watch smashingly good-looking silver fox Hugo Lopez-Gatell tell us, we're almost peaking, but not yet. maybe in 5 days, reminding married women everywhere exactly what she hears during her once-a-month sex with her husband. Honey, give me 5 minutes. I'm about to peak. But Mexico went mad last weekend, not about his handling of the virus, but because he was spotted making out with another woman at a restaurant. The horror. Can you believe it? This guy has a girlfriend. I can't understand. And we should have compassion for him because get this. If you look on Wikipedia, and yes, this is really true. If you go to the part on Wikipedia to see the name of his spouse, it says that they were married until 2019, but his wife was with Francisco Ortiz since 2016. Now, is it older journalist Francisco Ortiz or hunky Spanish actor Francisco Ortiz? Whomever it is, his wife was either having an affair or maybe it was known and he's okay with it. We don't get into that. But then he deals with an epidemic and then he wants to go out on a date with a pretty attractive woman and the country goes berserk. So for more on the madness and Mexico's reaction to this story, we go to Javier Negrete in Chilangoland with more.
Hello everyone, welcome to my apartment in Chilangoland. Last week, Hugo Lopez-Gatell became viral on social media since someone took photos of him having a date on the streets without wearing a mask and even giving kisses to his date. So what a chismecito, right? But let's see what some people think about that.
Ya no sé qué está bien o qué está mal en este momento.
Pero en realidad tienen los mismos derechos que todas las personas.
Mientras esté respetando los lineamientos de sana distancia y esté limpiando sus manitas seguido y su espacio esté como limpio así donde esté, pues no creo que haya tanto problema.
Y tiene pues su propia vida, ni modo que no salga ni nada.
Y más bien nos debería de importar pues cosas del trabajo que realmente nos afecta a todos.
Supongo que por unos tacos.
Tal vez podría ir como a un café donde podamos platicar y así.
Yo lo invitaría a comer a un Vips o a un Tox porque se ve que es de esas personas que al entrar ya todos los meseros lo conocen y lo tratan muy bien. Entonces, por ende, me tratarían muy bien a mí.
Solo que no tenga mesas afuera, ¿no? Para que no nos tomen fotos.
Pues no, la verdad es que no.
Claro que le daría su beso.
Y no habría beso a menos que fuera la tercera cita o la cuarta.
There you go, back to you Dan, but first, what about you? Where would you invite him?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like he has a good job, but I don't kiss on the first date, so who knows? But